Hey, it's your boy Greg Gray, Dope Living TV Live. I'm about to sneeze. Anyway, hey, so let me start this off by saying the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Leave me alone. These are everybody else's views. Anyway, hey, shout out, what's going on, Danita White? Hope you have a great vacation. Felicia, my love, how are you? Hope everything is well. Everybody out there who's doing something positive. You know, we were still celebrating women's history. Let's not forget that, because we may not have mentioned it a lot, but women's history. Everybody out there doing their thing, support you. Hey, today wanted to do a conversation about COVID-19. It's amazing that a little over a year later, we're still talking about this. We're still going through this. People are still dying. People are still being infected and getting sick with this, and now we have the vaccine, the Moderna and the Johnson & Johnson, and people are 50-50 about it. Should I take it? Should I not take it? What if I take it and something happened? You know, well, we're going to try to give you a little bit of encouragement today, a little bit of facts. Some may not like some of the things that might be said here. Some may appreciate it, but you know, at the end of the day, we're here to help. We're not always right, and we never profess to be right. We just try to do what we do. Everyone has their own opinion about things that go on in their lives and things that they can do to prolong. So, especially now that we have this COVID thing. So, you know, it is what it is. Look, there's a lot of people that are out there right now that are anxious, really anxious, and please, nobody take this personally, okay? But they're really anxious to get back out there, get back to whatever normal is. Let's face facts. The life that we had before is not coming back. You know, we're always going to be dealing with this. This is a disease that didn't have to be like it was. It's crept up on us. And because of the inefficiencies of our government, we weren't prepared. I'll put it like that. We weren't prepared. So now that we're in it, what are the things that we can do to continuously stay safe? Now, as the weather gets better, people are going out and they're just saying, hey, we're going to go out and we're going to do what we're going to do. We want to get back to normal. We're going to force it. All right. But there's a lot of other people out there that are saying the same thing that you are doing. Now, you may have had your shots. You know, the one shot you have to have twice, and the Johnson & Johnson, it's the one shot, and supposedly you're good. All right. We're placing a lot of hope on that. Once you get the shot, you can go out and do everything. Okay. Number one, keep wearing those masks. Keep wearing the mask until they say it's 100% done. For me, 90% ain't even cool. Okay. But you know, people, you do what you do whatever you want to do. So, but avoid these crowds. There's people that just want to be out there because they miss the people that they've been with the previous year. They haven't been doing. Look, I want to get back out there as well, but I want to be safe. I want to make sure everybody else is safe. I don't want to be the one or the reason for anybody else to have any fears about getting over this COVID thing. Thank God I haven't had it. I haven't been as safe as possible. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been as safe as possible. But thank God I don't have it. I haven't had it. Been tested, and I am going to get the shot. I thought about it for a minute. Wasn't going to do it, but I am going to get the shot. So here's some things though. I wanted to shout out what's going on, Kamika, Felicia, Danina, Cassandra, Cheryl, Ashley, a lot of people. I got a inbox, and I'll say this. I'll read this one because I had asked the question: is the shot really necessary. Someone inboxed me and said, unless you want to get sick, get someone else sick, keep the economy closed. Yes, I think you need to get a shot. That's was in a group called Stronger Together Against COVID. I had reached out to them, and they someone actually said, responded. So, question might be, when will it be safe to go back to normal? Will people have to be vaccinated? And let's just go through that. Americans are, everybody, I should say, they're eager to get back to the way life was pre-pandemic. When it was considered safe to go outside, to gather with your friends inside, to go out to dinner, travel. And right now, you got the shots, you got the vaccine, and that's a huge sign of hope. But, when can we expect to return to normalcy? Is it now? Now that we got the shot, everybody's getting the shot, and you go back out there and start, taking your masks off and doing what you're supposed to do, doing not what you're supposed to do, but, doing you. I put it like that, living your best life. One question that was asked was, when will people have to go to be vaccinated before they can go back to work? Employers have the right to make those rules. To bring them back into the office, they might require every employee to be vaccinated against the coronavirus. Just like they, some companies allow, you had to have a vaccination after you got, you had the flu and this and that. Okay, so you can and go back to work, I guess, and it's a decision that every employer has to make. There's going to be certain rules that they're going to start establishing because of this. And yes, again, we have to adjust or try to make some type of normalcy or get back to normal in our lives. So, whatever your employer does, a lot of people are working from home. They're going to have to go back to work once everything is lifted. And that's great. Do what you got to do, employers and employees, do what you got to do in order to get back to normal. But be safe doing it, okay? When will people gather in crowds without masks? It would the transmission, the infection rate would have to be really low, in my opinion, for people to start getting back in crowds again without masks. I've seen it in Miami. They were at the beaches and they were all just walking around, and no masks and everything. It'd have been cool if they was naked with a mask, but not clothed without the mask. Might be a good celebration. I don't know. Anyway, Dr. Anthony Fauci, and I'm going to read this. He said, if the level of infection in the community seems substantial, you're not going to have the parties with friends in congregate settings. He explained, however, if the level of infection is so low that risk is minuscule, you're going to see back to the normal congregating together, having parties, and doing that. The threshold, he said, boils down to getting the vaccine as it becomes available. Now, the other part about that is this. Go get the vaccine if that's what you feel. I'm not telling anybody to do it. I'm not telling anybody not to do it. I'm saying go get it as you feel, but we still have to be safe. It's a fact that just because you got the coronavirus before, that you can't spread it again. You can't catch it again. It's just this is an unknown disease that we don't know where it's going. We don't know how tough the strain is. We don't know anything too much about it. Scientists are doing everything that they can to make sure that we are comfortable, we are safe. But at the end of the day, we have to do our part as well. They can put everything out there and make sure that everything is good. But at the end of the day, we have to make sure that we're good ourselves, all right? And those around us, our loved ones. So we gotta do what we gotta do. So people are asking, when will life return to normal? And to me, that's a game show. That's the $1 million question. And they also want to know, will the schools be open soon? And I feel so bad for these kids because they've been out of school for a year, doing it at home, of course, but kids need to be in a social environment so that they can learn how to react in society. They're at home, they're being schooled, they don't have the benefit of having friends, the lunch break where they all congregate and get to know one another and become sociable. They don't have that. Are they learning properly at home? We don't know. So, you may be getting ready to graduate people who are not fully prepared to get out there. We don't know. This COVID thing has really changed our lives. All right. Well, as we were talking about it, the reality depends on how much you define getting back to normal. And if enough Americans step up for a shot, it might not be as bad as we think. We can get the shot, and if everybody does what they are supposed to do, then eventually, I'm not saying tomorrow, I'm not saying day after tomorrow, because hey, the numbers of people that have taken the shot already is tremendous. But everybody hasn't done it yet. Now, I gotta say this: in my hometown of Gary, Indiana, I just heard that they are going to make Roosevelt High School, and it's been closed for the last year. They're going to make it well, I don't want to say a hot spot. It's going to be a COVID vaccination site. So you'll be able to go there. A lot of people will, and get their shots. And it's run by the federal government, which is even better. So it's going to become a major source of vaccinations for Indiana residents. And they said it's going to be capable of giving 3,000 shots a day and 21,000 shots a week, which is fantastic. Now, they said they're going to start off using the Pfizer vaccine, which you got to get 2 doses. And then the last 2 weeks of the 8-week program, it's only going to do it for 8 weeks. Last 2 weeks, they're going to use the Johnson & Johnson, which has just 1 dose. And what that does is it's going to give access to the people that live in Gary, that small town. It's going to give them access to get this without fighting for spots like they do everywhere else. You don't have to fight for it. It's going to be accessible to the entire community. So I think that's great for the hometown, and I hope everybody takes advantage of it and do what they have to and are supposed to do. Because if we don't, I'm telling you, it's a possibility that this thing could get bigger and bigger. There was a doctor on television that said, she fears that it's going to get worse than it was before, because of the fact that the weather's breaking, spring break, combined with the weather. It's just going to get, people are going to be out there. So our success rate depends on how many people are going to roll up their sleeve and get the shot, period. And that sometimes can be a fear to everybody. I hope everybody does. I wish I could knock on the door and tell everybody, go and do what you're supposed to do. But, everybody's not going to be receptive to it. Some people are saying, well, I'm going to wait till the millionth person takes it to see if it's affected anybody. I'm not sure there was any adverse effect. Now, I did hear of somebody taking it. They had chills, taking the 2 dose. They had chills, headache, fever, and then the next day it was cool. But we have to understand that our country is at a standstill. They said that the 7-day average is down about 74% in a matter of weeks. But we're still averaging, what did I have there? 64,000 new cases per day still. And that figure is just about the same as it was this time, fall last year. So instead of us going down, we're staying, we're stalled. And since we're stalling, it means that, again, since we're heading into the season where it's spring break, There's going to be some graduation parties, going to be vacations, neighborhood block parties. I mean, it's it's going to be different. And there is a new variant of the virus out there. So we really have to be careful. I mean, and that's going to be the theme today. Be careful, be vigilant, and let's make sure that we're doing what we're supposed to do so that we won't harm anybody else as well as ourselves. Now, you got states like Texas and Mississippi, they're reopening. And they're also, as they reopen, they're saying, okay, well, as we reopen, you don't have to wear the mask, and that is a recipe for disaster because everybody hasn't had their shots. And sure enough, after they did that, because they did open, I'm sorry, there were weeks where there were hospitalizations, more deaths, just when we're starting to get these vaccinations. So we just have to be careful. We have to be safe. We got to watch ourselves, okay? Honestly, because once everything is going down, and I'm not a doctor, like Grace spoke, I'm not a doctor, but I've been around for a while, and I want to be here for a little while longer. So let's just all continue to do what we're supposed to do. I'm keeping my fingers crossed this summer. Everybody goes before they go out to party, and they say everybody goes and gets the vaccination. All right. I'm one of those guys that said I wasn't going to do it. I was going to wait because I'm pretty healthy. I work out. I eat. I'm not going to say right, but I eat, pretty much. I don't know the last time I was ill, except for when I had my shoulder surgery, and that's not being ill. That was something that had to be done. But if they keep on making this vaccination, according to the CDC, we'll be heading into the summer months with enough vaccine doses for 300 million Americans. Now, it'll still be limited to some adults, but they will be able to supply more for, I'd say, teenagers and 20-year-olds and this and that, all right? But we have to, again, be aware because we can't say that we didn't know or we don't know because this has been going on for over a year. So we all know we all know what the consequences are. We all know what precautions to take. It's just that some people are so much in a hurry to go out and do things. And even though you're out there being safe, you got your mask on, you're still out there, you're partying with other people and this and that, there's still the risk. There's still people out there that are not doing what you're doing. They're still out there unsafe. And as unsafe as they are, there's another person that's unsafe as they are, and there's another person. The whole room could be full of people. 90% of the room could be full of people with masks. 10% people that don't have masks. But once you see that person, move. But you stay. You stay. And that's, to me, that's just not smart. All right. So you need to be flexible that if people are not vaccinated, if there's an increase in the number of cases, as there is, cancel the plans that you had. It's okay. We've already done it. Now people are rushing to get back to normal. I'm going to take a trip. I'm going to go out. I'm going to go to dinner normally. I want to go to the movies. Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But make these tentative plans. Don't make them definite plans. Make them tentative. And just be mindful of where things are at this particular time and where it's at that particular point of where you're going. Be mindful. Just understand this is still going on and it's still happening. I think masks ought to be one of the last things that we get rid of once we try to get back to normal. Keep the mask on. And I'll probably be wearing a mask, until I don't know when. We have to do it. Have I been out there without a mask? Yeah, I've been out there. I'm not going to lie. I haven't been the safest, but thank God I haven't caught it. So now that I see that it's ramping up still, even though it's going down, it's going back up. I'm going to be a little bit better, more diligent in keeping myself safe. And I hope my friends out there are going to do the same. I want everybody I want to see everybody once we're on the other side of this. You know what I'm saying? This side is difficult to even think about. What's going on, Brother Donald? Hope everything is well, man. I hope you're safe. Wear that mask. I'm not saying that you're not. I'm saying wear that mask. Wear that mask. We got to stay safe. I have had, and I'm going to tell you, I've never been that social, I should say, because of what I do. And I'm always running around and busy. So when I get a chance to go out, which I really want to go and see some people, but I can't. I've had 5 people that I know. A couple of them were pretty close friends that I talk to every day, not necessarily was around them, but talk to, die from this awful pandemic. I know about 10, maybe 15 people that have been diagnosed and are still ill. They say that once you get to that respirator stage, it's rough. Nobody could know that better than my friend Glenn Johnson. Amen. And he's out of the hospital, but he was there. And he's back. So, you can survive this, but you gotta be diligent. You gotta be diligent. What's another idiot word? Vigilant. All of that idiot word. But yeah, masks should be one of the last things to go. Yep, they people say it restricts your breathing as well. All right. If people are getting real crazy with it, not crazy, but creative. They're making masks with different logos and different insignias and things of that nature. That's fine. It's something else we can be cool. And people are making money off of that too, but they're effective. They're not 100% effective. Nothing is, but they're effective. And the thing is, in order to save your life, these things are what? They're cheap. They're $5. They're cheap. You know what I mean? That'd be the last thing that I take off. I want to see everybody. I want to do that. Okay. But once they release everybody, I say release like they've been in jail. And we've been in a prison in our minds, but once everybody's out there, once life goes back to normal, still gonna have my mask, okay? But think about this: if enough people are vaccinated, everything should go back to somewhat normal. Schools will be open, colleges will be open. You'll be able to go to the grocery stores without that. I'm scared of them grocery stores now too. People shooting, but you'll have a lower risk. Let's just get everybody vaccinated because they say it works. Hundreds of thousands of people have taken it. Nobody's died from it that I know of. Okay. And if someone has, please correct me. I don't have a problem with being corrected. I don't. Because I want to know. So I think that we could probably get back to some of the things that we're accustomed to at some point. But to say we're going to get back to normal, we're never going to be back to normal. We're going to be more comfortable than we are now, but we're never going to get back to normal. It's going to be, people are going to be wary of people hugging them, giving them kisses on the cheeks and this and that. Okay. It's it's difficult, but give a few months, give it a year after everything smooths out. We'll have something to talk about. You know what I mean? We're not going to forget it, but we'll have something to talk about. Yeah, I survived. Watch how many shirts are going to come out saying I survived COVID-19. We're all going to go on our merry way, and hopefully it won't be an opportunity for it to come. But think about it. There was smallpox, there was AIDS, there was a lot of different diseases. So we get through this one. What's going to be next? I don't know. About traveling now, because I like to fly. I know my brother flies all the time, but I like to fly. Question was brought up: do we have to wait for the majority of Americans to be vaccinated before we can resume travel? We don't know when everybody's going to start traveling like they used to. I mean, there's no switch that says, okay, bam, you can go travel, bam, you can't, bam, you can't. But I think people are starting to do it a little bit more often. They do have you so that you can space out, you can have a space in between and be a little safe. So, I mean, that's up to you. All right. If the your city, state, whatever lets you or says it's okay, that's fine. There's been some instances where I went to California. You'll go there and still be quarantined for a couple of weeks, not until, well, I don't know if they're going to do it now, but you'll be quarantined and have to be by yourself. So what kind of vacation would that be? What kind of trip is that when you got to go somewhere and sit there for 14 days? Um, and keep wearing that mask. People ask about the movies, going to the movies again. Do we want to go to the movies again like that when we have we got Netflix, we got all of that other stuff? Do we want to go to the movies? I don't know, but we'll see. Grace Pope, what's going on? Grace Pope, I haven't seen you in so long. You always right here, girl, always. Like I said, the movies, I want to go. All right, because that's part of getting back to normal. But now people are watching Netflix and Hulu and all of that stuff. And they said that the movies will start opening back in April, but it depends on how many Americans have gotten vaccinated against the coronavirus and how the infection rates look. They're talking about doing a card now that says I've been vaccinated, passport, so to speak, a COVID passport. My suggestion is don't rush to get back to the movies. If you go, be vaccinated already, because that'll reduce your risk. Wear your mask. And then, you want to go, fine, go, have a good time. And again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just suggesting. What's going on, Ruby Tech? I'm just suggesting these things because I know what I'm going to do. I want to get back to normal, whatever that is. But I also want to be safe. I want to make sure that the things that I'm putting in place right now for the future, for my son's future, are going to be able to be fulfilled. Same thing with restaurants. I've gone during the COVID to eat at restaurants where I've had to eat at the, outside in the tents, where they set up the tent. And, oh, thank you, Grace. Thank you. Love you, baby. Where we set up the tent and we had to go out there and eat. It wasn't the same. It was not the same, for me, because I'm still looking around and I see people coming in without their masks, because at that time you were supposed to definitely have your mask on, and the restaurant owners are supposed to have them enforce it, but we're not enforcing it. Okay. So you want to go to go eat? Again, eating at restaurants will likely not be your safest bet until more than half of the people in the United States get that coronavirus shot. Again, I was not going to get the shot, but I've done some research. I've done some questions and answers, as we do all the time on DopelivenTV, and I'm still on the fence, but I'm going to do it because it can be something that could save my life and prolong it for whatever it's going to be. And there it is. I want to see you guys on the other side of this. I want to go while we're doing what we do with DopelivenTV. I want to be able to go to your city where the people that I know are at, and just sit down and talk with them, hang out with them. Grace, I want to see you. Come out where you're at and hang out with you. I don't know, but again, I just need everyone. I don't care who you are, where you are. You don't have to like me, all right? You don't have to like anything that I do. But I'm telling you, I love everybody, and I need everybody to be safe, because the only way that we can get through this thing is to think about ourselves, think about others, and just be safe, man. So we all are hoping that the end of this pandemic is coming, but the timeline as the summertime hits, it changes everything. Once we think everything is going well, you turn around and you see these images of everybody in Miami doing this and that. You see these images where the police arresting people, where there's a party with 500 people there, and none of them got masks on. Is this going to become illegal to go where you want to go without a mask? Is it going to become illegal? I can't say. I don't know. But the biggest question that we all have to ask ourselves, and I said it in my post, as well as throughout this 30 minutes that I've been on so far, when will we finally be able to live our lives again? Let's talk about now. Let's talk about the spring. This spring shouldn't be any different from the past year that we've gone through. Summer might be different, a little bit better, but right now, spring, we still need to just go head on because of the vaccinations. And, thank God for giving the scientists the initiative, the knowledge to do something to help us to make sure that we're going to be okay. We don't need to fight about it. We don't need to kill anybody over it. Let's just get it done and make it happen. But we could try, like I said, by summer to try to get back to normal, and then next fall and winter, it can continue to get better, so that we can go back and, as I said, talk about it. We'll have something to talk about, that we survived this, just like we survived that huge snowstorm back in the day, just like we survived these mass shootings last year, and we survived the earthquakes and the floods. A lot of people have done that. We'll be able to talk about those things. So for the most part, daily life, and I'm reading this now, would continue to be far from normal for the next few months. Normal is, of course, a slippery word, given that many Americans have had to report to work or have chosen to dine out, travel, and do all sorts of things that others have avoided. But whatever people have not been doing for the past year, they can expect to keep not doing it this spring. But some people, again, are going to push the envelope, and they're going to say, well, you know what? Forget that, because I'm going to do it. I'm tired of sitting in the house. I'm tired of not being able to do what I got to do. Okay. It's unlikely that enough people will get vaccinated in the spring to restore normalcy. In fact, experts fear that the pandemic could get much worse in the near term because variants of the virus that are more contagious or vaccine resistant than the original version have begun circulating in the United States. And the damage those variants will do is still unknown. So they're saying that March to May is the mystery. The good news, though, is that even with the variants, existing vaccines appear to reduce the risk of severe illnesses. It means that more and more people will be protected as vaccinations continue. And vaccines can change individuals' risk factors. As we get into late spring, a lot of that stuff, and I'm still reading, the smaller gatherings of vaccinated people, I think, starts becoming quite possible, a doctor said. Now, the heading here is now summer of 2021. Whatever happens in the spring, the summer should be a sublime departure from what Americans have lived through so far. If you are doing the things that you're supposed to do, let this ride out. Everybody just let it ride. Let it do, as we always say, let it do what it do. All right? Just let this process run its course. We're going to be fine if we let the process run its course. All right. Barring some variant that is just real strong comes in, we expect the summer to be a lot like the summer of 2019 before this all happened. All right, having fun, doing everything out there, concerts and all of that stuff. Okay, even people are even starting to bring back, thinking about bringing back their celebrations. All right, but they're waiting to see what happens. They're waiting to see how everything goes. Now, I had wrote something down here. Hold on. We are now averaging, as I said earlier, 60,000, 64,000 new cases a day. That's 3.8% up from a little while ago since the weather has been breaking. What does that tell you? Because of the weather, people are having the mindset, okay, it's time to get back. We've been sitting in there for a year. We missed last summer. We missed last spring. We missed last fall. We missed the parties. We missed Christmas. We missed all of that. I sent it, Chris. And we need to get back to normal. Now, some people consulted were slightly optimistic. They generally agreed that at some point between June and September, the combination of widespread vaccinations and warm weather would likely make many activities much safer, including having friends and family over indoors, taking public transportation, being in a workplace, dining inside restaurants, and traveling domestically, whether for work, visiting loved ones, or taking a vacation with the family. But regardless of when the vaccines for children become available, all of the above applies to kids and their families. In-person schooling, they say, should become safer as well. Though the timing of kids' vaccines is uncertain, they might become available over the summer for children 12 and up, and later on for children under 12, maybe in the fall, which means that these kids can finally go back to normal. Now, as a kid, you would think that they would be happy that they don't have to go to school. They can just do this and do that, run around, play and this and that, sit down for a few and do their work and then go out and play and this and that. But a lot of kids, they want to go back to school. They want to go back to school. Think about this. You got college age students who couldn't go to college, couldn't graduate, even high school students couldn't graduate normally. They had to do these drive-by graduations. The class of 2020, I feel so bad for them because they couldn't graduate properly. They didn't know what their futures were. Some of them, they this pandemic took them out. Athletes, I know an athlete right now who graduated college, couldn't do the things, as far as the end of the season, college season, because of the pandemic. And so their chances of getting scholarships and in a couple of people's cases, good looks from NBA scouts didn't happen. So now they're out, and now they're not doing what they were hoping to be their occupation, their future. Couldn't do it. All right. It's been delayed. Hopefully this year, and it's only been a year for them, hopefully they've worked out, they've continued their ethics, and they can get out there and do their thing. That's what we hope. And if we all do our part, we can help not only ourselves again, but others. Now, some people will look and say, well, hey man, look, you can say what you want. Do you, I'm gonna do me. And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I am not here to tell anybody what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I'm just here to express my opinion. And again, the views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV. Even though we own it, there's other people involved outside of myself. So I have to put that disclaimer out there. So where was I? The safest way to start doing things again will be for people to go gradually. So if you want to just try it out. You want to gather around people, 4 or 5 people. You know what I'm saying? Then go to, like a friend's house or something like that. Go out there, sit on steps, do whatever. All right. Then start doing gradually, work it up to a bigger party, maybe, such like a restaurant, a small, if you like comedy, go to a comedy club where they're spacing the seats. You still got to be mindful of the 6 foot rule. I'll call it that. That way you're still feeling a little comfortable, but you're still out there trying to do some things. People will start to expand the social world that they engage in by doing things like this. Getting back into your box, I should say. The summer is still going to have its limitations, though. They don't foresee the return of indoor concerts. Now, those outdoor concerts, they're thinking about doing Lollapalooza. So that might happen. The South by Southwest thing that we normally go to is in our field, the entertainment field, music. We go to South by Southwest. I think they're not doing it this year live. I think it's going to be viral, social media, which is cool. It's still going to do it, but it takes some of the sting out of it. You know what I mean? Some of the excitement, I should say. But it's been working. Shout out to everybody who's been doing some of these podcasts that have been reaching out to people, trying to create a normal for people outside of what's happened. Shout out to those people who have the initiative to think differently, to say, hey, yes, pandemic has me shut down, but I'm still going to do what I do. D Nice started this all off with his virtual DJ and just made everybody happy when this was just killing folks. It was just killing folks. We're over 550,000 deaths from this pandemic and climbing. Yeah, so we gotta think about all of those things. Just because this stuff has happened and we got such a magnanimous number, that does not mean that number can't double. Even though they have this vaccination thing going on, that does not mean that before everybody gets this vaccination, this pandemic will get bigger. You said if I'm invited. Invited where, though? Don't go every place you're invited. Just because they say, I want to see you, come on out to this, come on out to that. Think about it before you do it, all right? Assess the situation, Bree Barnett. How about that? Do what you do, though. Even though the precautions for everything are no longer strictly necessary, a lot of people probably will keep up with some of them, like myself, opting to wear a mask, or say if you were at a bus or something like that, or in a grocery store. While certain activities could or should become much safer over the summer, a lot of people might not be comfortable resuming them until the end of the year or even later. Why? Because it's still out there. She said, not everywhere, fam. Come on, Bree. I'm inviting you out right now. Let's go. Let's handle it. Let's do it. Now the heading goes to the fall and winter of 2021. Even if the summer feels like the end of the pandemic, it could turn out to be more of a temporary reprieve. Now, I don't know what they said, that as it gets hotter, it's harder to infect. I don't know. They're anticipating that most of us will be vaccinated by the fall, but some of the virus, they say, might come back in the colder months. It won't be as bad as the winter that just passed, but I don't know if it's going to be pretty bad or just a few people to get it, but it's still here. It is still here. Just because you get a vaccination does not 100% guarantee that you're safe. It does not do that. You got pre-existing conditions. I know a guy who said that, he was around his family, and somebody in his family, I think a kid, had it, and he wasn't really around the kid like that. So he was cool. A week later, he was in the hospital. on a respirator, fighting for his life. He didn't think he had it, so he didn't do anything. But, you know, by the grace of God, he came out of it, and he's better and look thinner, but he's better. And he sees what this can do. Knows firsthand. There's a lot of people that you can talk to find out what this can do. Now, there's some people that says, I had COVID, but I'm over it. Didn't go to the hospital, didn't have to stay in the hospital, I should say, wasn't on a respirator and this and that. Okay, you're one of the many blessed people because this was taking people out. So you're one of the many blessed people out there. But don't think just because you had it, and don't wear it as a badge either. Oh, I had COVID, so I know this and I know that. You do not know. Because if you knew, you wouldn't have got it in the first place. You're out there doing what you're not supposed to do. All right. And I say that because as we were warned, and I'm guilty, so I'm not knocking anybody. As we were warned, we knew that we were supposed to stay away. We were supposed to avoid crowds. And I actually did a filming in a crowded room. I should not have done. I had my mask, but I shouldn't have been there because nobody else, they were doing, I'm not going to say what they were doing, but they were doing their thing. And I was right in the midst of it filming. We all put ourselves at risk for the shot. It was good too, but shouldn't have done that. So in this business, we've had to adjust. I've had to do some different things, and it's all been okay, because at the end of the day, even though we were inconvenienced, even though we were made to feel a little less comfortable, we're still here. We're still here, and I pray every day and thank God for everything that He's done to keep us here. My group, look, one of the people on my crew actually got it and was down. Was it one? I think it was two of them. They were down, and they came back. But it's nothing to play with, man. I mean, seriously, it's nothing to play with. And I hope that as we go along, we understand the importance of it. Bree said, I'm fully vaccinated, medical field, of course, but I still wear my mask because you just never know. And that's somebody who's in the medical field telling you, even though she's fully vaccinated, she still wears a mask and probably will wear it for a little while because you just don't know. And Bree, I want to thank you for being there for everybody that you've touched, for everybody that you've helped and assisted. And I know in your position, you have to talk to people. You have to let them, encourage them and give them comfort. So thank you for all that you've done for people for this year, this whole year that we've gone through this. Frontline workers, all of you guys, man, thank you guys. Grace, appreciate you. I know you've been through it as well. Thank you guys for being out there, because that's something that you did not have to do. I don't care, job or not, all right? It was a pandemic. You guys could have been one of the first people to go. But, you stayed around, you helped people, and, that's something else. That's what, God put you guys in a place, man, boy, that you're doing things to help people, and that's great, bottom line, all right? So past the winter, life in the warmer months, let's go to 2022, should be normal. That's what they're anticipating. If everybody, again, I have to keep prefacing that, if everybody does what they're doing and supposed to do what they're supposed to do, life should go back to normal somewhere in 2022. Let's get through this year and let it roll out, and then we'll be a little bit better. Now, let's not get it twisted. The virus is still going to be there, but it'll be less likely to make people severely ill than it'll be like the flu. You know what I mean? It'll circulate primarily in the colder months. And, let's not get it twisted again. People can still die from it, but the virus wouldn't be out of control like it's been. killing 550 some odd thousand people. It won't be out of control. And by that time, we should be able to do most, maybe not all, of the things that we missed last year, things that we're going to miss this year, because we've already missed a lot. And maybe, just maybe, we'll be masked and worry-free. Who knows? We can always dream, right? But hopefully, by the time that this is said and done, everybody will be able to, we're never going to laugh about it, but we'll be able to say, hey, look, now that we know better, we'll do better. Don't know. I can only anticipate. But if we learn and we educate ourselves on this, there shouldn't be a problem. Now, as we educate ourselves, always remember that if you think you got it, these are the symptoms, I'll call it. And they say that symptoms can appear 2 to 14 days after you're exposed to the virus. So be aware. That's the fever or the chills, the coughing, the continual coughing, shortness of breath, or you're having trouble breathing. You're really tired all the time, fatigue. Your muscles or your body aches. You have constant headaches. You get that loss of smell, loss of taste. That's huge. Sore throat all the time. You have a congestion or a runny nose, nausea or vomiting, or diarrhea. Now, some of the emergency signs, warning signs. Now, if you know somebody who's showing any of these signs I'm about to give you, they need emergency medical care immediately. All right. Trouble breathing. Now, I know I said earlier the symptoms, okay, shortness of breath, but this is trouble breathing. They just can't get it. They can't get the air. Persistent pain or pressure in the chest. It feels like somebody's squeezing you really hard in the chest. New confusion. You're like you're so confused. You're out of it. Inability to wake or stay awake. That's the fatigue, but that fatigue takes you to a point where you just don't want to wake up. And look at the skin color. Even though we're dark, you can tell if somebody's pale. If they have blue colored nails, blue colored skin, lips, nail, depending on your skin tone. These things are, you don't play when you got all of this stuff. Okay, let's put it like that. Do not play. Get to where you need to get to. Go to the hospital. Now, just because you feel you have a headache, maybe one day goes away, headache one day goes away, don't go to the emergency room. Just go to your doctor. Let him get, check. Let him check you out. Let him check you out. I'm sorry. And that way you won't, you're all right. That way you won't take that space away from somebody who truly, truly, truly needs it. These hospitals, man, they have been crowded, overcrowded with people who have come in there with what they think were symptoms of COVID, and they weren't. But there's somebody sitting in the car waiting, or sitting in the lobby waiting, who is literally having COVID symptoms. Let's be cognizant of that, because again, it's still here. Yes, there's a vaccination, but the disease is still here. It's still here. Okay, we are, as I said, anxious to get out and live our lives, but the question we must ask ourselves is it safe to go back to normal during this umbrella of COVID-19? And just because numbers are down that we see, they can go right back up tomorrow, next week, next month. Do we pretend that it's over because we want to get back out there? They gave everyone a $1,400 stimulus package to boost the economy. What did you guys do with yours? I didn't get one, but what did you guys do with yours? Did you go and buy a TV? That 79-inch TV? Did you go and buy some new gym shoes? Did you go and spend it all? You know, everybody say what's up to Ujimar.
What's up?
Chilling, chilling. Good to see you, brother.
You got it. Same here.
Yeah, we just trying to talk a little bit about the COVID, man, and you know, weather's turning, weather's going to get better, and you know, I don't know. Are you going to get the shot,
Nope.
and why?
As it stands right now, no. I'm not getting the shot.
Mhm.
Uh, I'm keep on doing what I've been doing. Wear my mask when I'm out in public, and I'm continue to boost my immune system.
Okay,
You know
now,
what I mean? Huh?
like I said earlier, I was not. I'm one of those guys that was not going to do it. I'm on the fence right now. I said that I'm going to because I've seen no negative response from it.
Well, actually, I had been talking about this probably about a week,
Mhm.
and I've been Googling different things and stuff of that nature. And what I've been Googling is, has anyone died or been sick after they took the vaccine from COVID?
Mhm.
And I wasn't able to find a lot of stuff. All right. But today, today some stuff popped up. Patty, I had brought it up to Patty, and some stuff popped up on her phone.
Mhm.
And in Chicago, they got over 200 cases of people being sick and dying after they taking the shot. All
Okay, now,
right, you got some other places too. It was a couple other places too.
hey, what's going on, Papa?
I was telling them about what came up on your phone about the COVID. What was it? Utah and Chicago
Mhm.
so far is what's come out. I mean, you know, I'm sure that the internet is blocking a whole bunch of that stuff right now for the simple fact that everybody, yeah, the CDC blocking it for the simple fact that they want everybody to take this vaccine. But
Let me ask you this: has the death, you know, if you dig a little deeper, has the death been for people that have taken the vaccination and have had pre-existing conditions?
I knew you was gonna say that pre-existing
I'm asking.
existence.
I don't know.
No, I mean I wondered the same thing. That's why I said I knew you was gonna say that. That's the first thing anybody gonna say.
Mhm.
Was it all from pre-existing illnesses? All of them not.
Mhm.
Some of them, you know, and that's hard to say. You feel me? It's hard to say because when you get attacked by COVID-19, you know, different parts of you just fuck up. Your lungs, a whole bunch of different things just go bad. Just go bad, and you die.
Right.
And to answer that question, as far as no, it's really, I mean, I say impossible for the simple fact I wouldn't say all of them had pre-existing illnesses. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But they died. They took the shot. They got the second vaccine. Some of them, and then some of them died like 2 days later, a day later, 2 days later, type stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you know whether they had pre-existing illnesses or not, they still took that vaccine.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm on the fence about it, but here's my thing. They took the vaccine, as you said, and a lot, you know, over 1 million people have also taken it.
Yeah, that's over 1 million people in pretty much each state, ain't it?
Well, they haven't gone through each state yet. Now, I've heard somebody say
Yeah,
that.
they going through. They going through. I think when the little thing the article she read in Chicago, it was over 1 million people that took it.
Okay. Um, Bree Barnett, who's in the field, she said they definitely had pre-existing problems. Um, and Bree, if you can elaborate on that, I'd appreciate that. But
She's saying every last one of them had definitely had pre-existing problems.
You can answer that, B. He said the question was, did every last one of those that died have pre-existing problems? If you can, be factual about it, that'd be great. But my question was basically, like I said, millions of people have taken the shot, and there have been some people that I've heard that they said they took the shot. The next day they had chills. They were fever. They had some problems, but then the day afterwards, everything was fine, and they've
They got through it.
Been fine ever since. So that's a huge question. Did they have pre-existing problems? The ones that died, did they have pre-existing problems? I haven't heard anybody that died, but Patty, thanks for looking that up and bringing that to us, because it's a question.
Yeah, Utah, like you said, Chicago and Utah is the two states we got so far. Two cities or whatever we got so far. You know what I'm saying? And it's like like I say, the CDC not gonna let this out because they want everybody to they're not even letting out that people's died with the pre-existing illnesses. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. So would you call that a conspiracy theory?
I called it a conspiracy theory from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because like I said, what disease that's killing millions of, was killing hundreds of thousands of people at one time, do they get a vaccine for immediately? They didn't do that for cancer. They didn't do it for AIDS. They didn't do it for nothing else. No other disease did they do that for. So yeah, how are they doing this within a year? Mm-hmm. When it first came up, it was originally said that a vaccine won't be set or won't be even close to being made until the end of 2021. Well, the end of 2021.
They also said it wasn't going to be necessary because it'll go away. All right.
They also said it wouldn't be necessary because it'll go away. Right. So, I mean, who do that? Where do they do that at?
I know, right? Bree says she's sure about everyone, but she just don't hear about folks telling the whole truth.
Right, most definitely. That's what I'm saying. And like I said, I think CDC is blocking a whole bunch of this because you can Google it right now and that won't come up.
Mm-hmm. So having said that, okay, people are dying from it. How do we get back, if there is a such thing, getting back to normal, some semblance of normalcy?
It's not. I don't think it's a such thing as getting back to normal. I think that this is,
you got to create your own.
This is the way that we are going to have to live from now on. I mean, and being that it's became a normality to a bunch of us, and I don't see where it should be hard.
So it's you're going to continue to, even after they say, okay, we releasing everybody, you're going to continue to wear your mask?
Why not?
Well, I'm just asking.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear it when I feel like I need to wear it. Most definitely, I'm gonna keep it with me, and I'm gonna wear it whenever I feel like I need to wear it. I don't until I can see otherwise. Until these percentages are 100% and different things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? I can't trust it because they're always gonna give an odd answer. It's always odd. It's been an odd answer ever since this shit started.
Yeah. So traveling, how's that going to impact you traveling? Now I've traveled during, should I have? Probably not. Thank God I'm still healthy. I've been tested. I think since this pandemic, I've been tested 4 times. So far, nothing.
You know what we don't hear nothing about no more?
What's that?
What was that? The symptomatic people? What's that? Asymptomatic, B-symptomatic?
Yeah.
Okay, we don't hear nothing about them no more. What happened to that?
Again, we not the government. So
I'm just saying. Well, do you understand where I'm coming from?
I agree with you.
I know we're not the government, but I'm just saying, what happened to that? What happened to the symptomatic people? Are we the symptomatic people that ain't dead yet? That didn't take the vaccine? And if we are, why would we take it? If we symptomatic?
Well, I guess it's to, and like I said, I don't have the answers. I don't know nothing about this except for what I've read and what I've heard.
Well, when I was locked up, we did this 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
Stayed on CNN and everything else. You know what I'm saying? We stayed like eyes glued to it because we was in a place where everything is contained.
Right.
And other facilities, well, I was in Yankton, South Dakota, which had the least casualties, I'll say. All right. And it didn't hit us. But in all these other places where people were locked up at, it was people dying and getting sick left and right.
Yeah.
All right.
You see how R. Kelly crying about, hey man, look, dude, it's a pandemic, man. I can't be in here with these cats, you know. But you also did the crime. You got to do the time, bro. So
Yeah, I
you
mean, you locked up. It ain't nothing you can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't nothing I could do about it. I'm getting my blood pressure checked. I'm trying to find any loophole to get out when I was there still. You know what I'm saying? I was low risk. My everything was low on me, and I was supposed to be one of the first ones to be released and sent home to be on house arrest for the remainder of time. That didn't happen to me. I stayed all my time. But people like my bunkie, he had 10 years left. They let him out. You know what I'm saying? Different things like that. Different people are, whether they was had pre-existing things wrong with them or not. Some of the people that was there still had pre-existing things wrong and they kept them in. So basically what I'm saying, there wasn't really no black people that got let out. All right.
so let me give you a scenario here. Your boy, and shout out to my man, Booby Boy Kalo. Got his new album. It's out there. Y'all go Spotify, all of them social media sites. Go get it. Go get it. Go get it. But let's say he got a concert, man, and it's a concert where there's gonna be a lot of people. You there?
Nope. I ain't got to be there. What I need to be there for.
That's your boy.
That's my boy. I support him 100% wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? If I if I was there, I'll put it like this: if I was to be at one of his concerts and shit, I'd be backstage where I'm pretty much still social distancing.
But you on one of the songs, so how you gonna be backstage on that
Well, I
song?
mean, shit. If I'm on one of the songs, I'm automatically social
You said
distancing,
if?
right? I said if I'm performing one of the songs, I'm one of the one. I'm on stage. It's just me and him, so I'm social distancing right there, right?
But what if you go out on stage and you at that front row, maybe that first 5 rows, you don't see a mask on nobody,
I'm still social distancing.
depending on the venue.
I mean, I'm on a stage, bro. If it's a lot of people and stuff, it's gonna be a stage. All
There you-
right, and I'm gonna stand back.
Okay, there you go. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to
I just shouldn't have
protect
had to
my
say
brother.
that. I shouldn't have had to say that because I said I'm a social distance.
I'm trying to protect my brother. Now, people right. Sometimes you got the stages and they're right there.
Well, I mean, I cross that road when it come. If the paper right, different things of that nature, all that. Other than that, like I said, I got support in what you just said. He got a whole album.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, hey, again, thank you guys for looking that stuff up. But say um, movies in theaters now, okay? Yeah, right in the background, right there. You got movies and stuff right there. Do you think you're ever gonna go to another theater?
I was real comfortable watching Coming to America in my bed.
There you go. Patty.
I was extremely comfortable, and I've been on Wish and shit. And when I do get my new house, they got these projectors you can hook up and it blow up. You hook the air up to it. You seen them?
Yeah.
You can hook the air up to them, and it's big as
Yeah.
big as the movie screen. And I can put that right in my backyard, sit down, invite the kids over, and watch a movie and have fun, just the same way I would if I was at a theater. Or better yet, I could do like I did at my own house, make a theater room. You know what I'm saying? Have it had the sounds like it was. I mean, my thing is to see the movie. My thing ain't the people.
Exactly. And see, I wanted you to say, without prompting you, exactly what you said, because a lot of people, man, are just saying, you know what? I don't care, man. I'm tired of being in the house. I want to get out there. I want to do this. I want to do that. Okay. But that's just not safe. That's not practical.
I mean, as we speak right now, my kids is down at the spring bling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I call them every day. What y'all doing? Y'all got y'all mask on? Hey, what's up? this, that, and the other, la, la, la. They're like, yeah, we trying to stay as safe as we can. And they said, you know, more people are down there with their mask on than they expected. You know what I'm saying? He said more people than they expected are with their mask on.
Well, you know, the news is looking for people without it. Okay, they trying to look for it so that they can, you know, sensationalize it. I know, and it may not be as bad as they are letting on. It may not, but then again, it could be.
And they shutting down at 8 o'clock.
Oh no, that ain't no spraying blame.
Right. Most definitely, you most definitely correct with that. They said Miami is shutting down at 8 o'clock right now.
Yeah, they probably should have kept their money on that one then, boy. Because that
but
ain't.
I mean, you know, they having the ball. They was at the King of Diamonds, the strip club down there, and they got treated in VIP and everything. They played the Mud Brothers and everything. They got treated real. They said they got treated real good. They got VIPs set up the whole nine. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I'm glad they're having fun at the age they at and this, that, and the other. But, you know, I call them every day to make sure that they staying safe.
Absolutely. I mean, you know, I think that's what we do because, you know, mine has been in the studio and he when I call him, when I FaceTime him, mask on, okay? I said, when you take it off? He said, sometimes, you know, the guy said I don't have to because it's coming out clear. So if I ain't got to, I ain't got to. But the guy sprays, you know, he sprays the mics down.
Yeah, a lot of them doing that. Pretty much all the studios are doing that, most definitely. I've heard a lot of different studios making sure that their stuff is staying straight.
You gotta adjust, and that's what it is. It's an adjustment. Yes, we were taken out of our comfort zone for a whole year and a half, you know. But hey, if you ain't made something to make yourself comfortable in that year and a half, okay, something wrong. You so anxious to get back out there.
Right. I don't feel it. I was about to say I really don't feel it.
That's what I'm saying. I don't either.
You know, even before I went to jail, I stayed pretty much at the crib. Everything I did was based on what I did. If I wanted people, if I had people, they came to see me and stuff. But you know, it wasn't. You know, I'm not a crowd person no more. I've never really been a crowd person unless I was throwing an event.
Right.
If I was throwing an event, I was trying to make me some money. It wasn't because I wanted to be around a lot of people.
And see, you know me, man. I never like being around a lot of people. Okay, even when you threw that event for me, man, I was like, dude, you ain't got to do that. You said no. You know, Gary ain't doing this for you, so I'm gonna do it. And you know, I said, okay, I'll go on to do that. But you remember, I didn't stay that long either.
Yeah, I mean, shit, it was. I feel you. I mean, yeah, it was kind of wild. It was kind of wild at the same time. It was kind of wild too. So yeah. I really didn't expect for you to stay that long.
Yeah, it did. You told me to go ahead on because the rest of it ain't for me. But I don't know if you remember that, but you told me.
Yeah, I remember. That's why I said, yeah, it was kind of wild. So I really didn't expect for you to stay there. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, all of it wasn't just for you. It was for some other people that I wanted to do something for.
Yeah.
That you know was on the level that I was on.
We already talk about that, but yeah, I do, and like I said, I appreciate that. But I ain't never been that person, and people would be like, "Yeah, Greg, whatever, man. You've been on TV, you've been doing this, you've been doing that." I don't mean a damn thing, okay? I've been to myself, okay? The people that have been around me, I've been around them. You know, I don't do people a lot. I just don't. Now, when I'm in these relationships, man, and they want to go out and do this and go out and do that, respectfully, I'm gonna do it because that's my girl. All right. But you know, when it's come to this stuff that's going on right now, sometimes I gotta push back. It's like, hey man, look, we don't need to be there. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do that. So it is what it is. People are gonna have to learn to make and like I said again, if they haven't made their normal by now, you know, something wrong. Something's really wrong.
Right. You most definitely right. I mean, you know, later on in the year, I plan on traveling. I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna travel no more.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? But I plan on traveling, getting different places and stuff like that. But you know, I'm still gonna be conscious of everything. So.
A lot of places require that you have full vaccination to come wherever.
Yeah, they probably doing that now too. They probably requiring.
No, they are. You have to show a vaccination card.
Yeah, what they call it, a vaccination passport, right, Patty? Yeah.
Yep.
They're doing that. They started.
A lot of places won't let you come unless you got it.
Right. They're not going to let you get on pretty soon. They're not gonna let you get on planes without that card. You can't get into movie theaters or restaurants without that card saying that, hey, been vaccinated.
Different countries, they're not playing.
Well, you know what? I don't want to do none of that. Anyway, you know, I plan on driving wherever I go anyway.
Exactly. And that's the thing, man. People ain't thinking about that. Okay, yeah. Get the shot, don't get the shot, whatever. Okay. But if I got to go and get a card for you to let me in a place that I've been in thousands of times, that's too much. I ain't going. Everybody say what's up to Chris Miller.
And then you know what? They also saying that
look at that Gatorade bottle.
You still can get COVID after you take the shot, up to 2 weeks or something like that. However, you know, they little stuff was
up to 14 days.
What I missed? What I missed?
The shot is to lessen the effects. It ain't to actually just prevent everything, because that's not 100%.
And that's the point I'm trying to make. Everybody say again.
What I missed?
Yeah. Nothing really, bro. We just talking about this.
What up, dude?
This summer coming. It's always summer in Vegas, though. We're talking about the summer. Chris, doing what you do, doing what we do. You ain't around a lot of people all the time, are you?
No, not at all. I learned how to diffuse that whole situation.
Yeah, like
since
I said,
COVID.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
But the thing about it is, for the world to open back up, that's what they're gonna try to force on us, is that COVID shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're gonna try to get everybody to take the shot, because you know right now in the NBA, for instance, they have it that if you take the shot, you get more free. You get more free time when you don't have to go through COVID protocol.
So let me ask
you. What I'm saying? So they're trying to do whatever they can to make us
comply.
Let me ask you this, Chris. I don't know if we can mention that basketball thing as far as you go right now.
Not yet. April 17th.
That was a question I had, though. I don't know if I can phrase it in a way.
But go ahead. No, go ahead.
Okay, so as you venture into this arena, the NBA arena, and getting a team, how difficult is this going to be for you and the plans? Okay, I mean that's going to take a chunk out your pocket to get everything different, right?
No, not at all. Because the same protocols that they're going by, and the place that everything is going down at is the same place they do concerts at. So they're gonna have to do it anyway. It's gonna have to be done anyway.
So the facility is going to do it. What are you going to do to protect your team?
I mean, it's the same NBA protocol. You know what I'm saying?
All the owners,
they have to have. Yeah, they already voted on it. Already went through. They have the choice to take it or not.
Okay.
It's not mandatory.
But I ain't gonna kill your pocket.
But if you take it, you get more flexibility. You can do more if you take this shot. If you don't, you got to follow COVID protocol.
Are they gonna? And I'm gonna get off of this because, like I said, you haven't announced it yet. But are they going to go back to normal at the arenas?
Yeah. Eventually they're gonna get back. Eventually they're gonna get back to normal.
At not full capacity though, right?
They might get it up to 60%.
Okay. All right.
So look, Biden was on what earlier, right? What was he talking about?
I didn't hear it.
You didn't hear it? Wasn't he saying keep on wearing your mask and shit?
Yeah.
He was telling the world. He told the world, keep wearing your shit, regardless of what the state says, what the recommendations of whatever it is, regardless whether you got the motherfucking shot, regardless of everything, continue to wear your mask. That's what Biden's saying. He's the president of the United States.
Yeah.
I mean, he's basically doing that for a disclaimer. You know what I'm saying? So if something happens and we get another outbreak, it won't be for what 45 did. You know
He
what I'm
said,
saying?
"You gonna say I told you so?"
So basically, he's just giving a disclaimer out there. So tell you to still protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you know, it's one of the situations like it was with seatbelts. You know what I'm saying? Make it
But
a
like,
law
okay,
for everybody to stop. You know what I'm
right
saying?
now
So
everybody wears a seatbelt
he just
regardless.
being,
It's like putting your pants on.
yeah. You know, you remember? Oh, you know, back in the day, we weren't wearing our seatbelts.
No,
G
I
know
didn't wear
too.
seatbelts. I
Oh
didn't wear
yeah,
We weren't
seatbelts.
worried.
I drove 64 Impalas and shit. I wasn't, that I wasn't tripping on those
Right.
seatbelts. They
but
didn't have the one that come across your shoulder anyway.
that was a lap belt. You still was going through the windshield if you got in the car accident.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, it is what it was. What it was. But what was I about to say? Okay. Earlier, our mayor Holcomb was on TV. Okay, and he had a black lady beside him, and he had a white man beside him. Holcomb had his mask in his hand, telling everybody, you know, we about to go and let this mask go. No, that was Hogsett. Yeah. My fault, Hogsett. He had his mask in his hand. He wasn't talking. He was right there without no mask. But the black girl and the white man beside him, they got their mask on fully, looking like this nigga crazy.
That's crazy.
You feel me? So, like I say, each state is going to tell the state what they want to tell them and how they feel like you should roll. But he looked nervous having his mask in his hand, but he didn't have it on. But the lady beside him and the man beside him, I'm sure it was his two representatives, had their mask on.
I'm gonna tell you, man. The mayor of Southfield, Michigan, Siver, he said he ain't changing nothing right now. He's changing nothing. Okay, everybody still we still locked down. You can do a couple of things, even though they said we can go on and release everything, but because Michigan is high risk right now. It's ridiculous. They're high risk, and that's my thing with people that know, and you see over 500,000, 550,000 people and died from this joint, man.
I see. Now, for example, like where I work at, we got probably about between 10 and 15 employees, period.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody really work with each other, so we really don't wear masks. You know what I'm saying? How you feel about that? I mean, we can if we want to, but ain't nobody around there. Ain't nobody around us.
But do you wear yours?
No, ain't nobody around me.
Man, look, I'm on. I'll put the drawers on my face, whatever, man. It's whatever.
I'm like, we in a big giant. It's a whole big giant warehouse, and it's like between 10 and 15 people working. Everybody doing their own thing, and like I'll say, freaking 200-300 yards to wait for the next person.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like again, that's everybody's choice. That's cool. I'm not knocking nobody's choice. I'm not
So
telling.
that's ultimate social distancing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what they said. They gave us some rules, not rules, but they gave us some suggestions. 6 feet apart, wear the mask. You know, wash your hands.
Yeah, that's ultimate social distancing.
So if you
You
got
know
your
what I'm saying?
social distancing, that's cool. Me, and I'm gonna tell you, I was doing a shoot one day, and the whole room didn't have a mask on. The whole room. And I can't tell the details of what I was shooting, but they were doing their own thing, what they were supposed to do for the shoot. And you know, I took my mask off a couple of times, but I, you know, because sometimes it's like when you go to like say, and I know you've done this probably. Then again, you may not have. So you go to Walgreens, get out your car, you at the door, then you be like, I got my mask in the car.
Well, yeah, I've been to the gas station and had to turn around.
Yeah,
but the whole thing about it is I turn around.
Yeah. I mean, I do as well, but I kind of be like, dang.
I don't think I've been in any public facility other than my job where it's 10 to 15 people working at without my mask.
So how's that going to be though, man? When everybody just say, okay, because the government said, because if you think about it, the head physician, Dr. Anthony Fauci, says, hey man, look, Stop. Keep wearing your mask. But everybody don't do it anyway. They'd be like, ah, man, look, we didn't did this enough.
I mean, if you really study your look at you follow different news and stuff, they just came out with a double mask.
Right.
You know, merely just weeks, a month at the most, almost. You know, to the point where they mass producing the double mask.
And see, it's hard. The mask sometimes everybody I used to say it too, it's restrictive. You know, it's making me not breathe well, okay? But would you rather not breathe well through the mask or not breathe well with a respirator tied up to your lungs?
Well, see, I mean, you know, I had told y'all a story already about that. You know what I'm saying? You want to breathe without the mask as much as you can.
Mm-hmm.
All right, for the simple fact that you are constricting your lungs, which here I go, but which is a part of the plan.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they want you to stay in the house. They want you to wear your mask. They even said they wanted you to wear your mask about 3-4 months ago. They said, well, you need to start wearing your mask in your own house.
And they started to double.
You understand what I'm saying? I already said that.
Like that was just
And this is, you know, I told you about this one scientist guy that I had talked,
Mm-hmm.
not talked to, but I had Googled on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, all this, he got real deep into it. He got real deep, talking about all this is basically not what you want to do. You want to probably social distance and be away from people. And if you got to wear your mask, you wear your mask. But he's like, that constricts us as breathing and shit. You know, let me see. I wish I could send this to you.
What does, are you familiar with Dr. Sebi, is it?
Dr. Sebi.
Is it Sebi, Sebi, the old black doctor dude?
I'm not sure about him.
I could be saying the wrong. I could be saying the wrong name. I think I am actually, because I don't see him anywhere else. But I forgot his. I forgot Dr. Sebi. Yes, Sebi.
No, I'm not.
He's now natural healer. He's an old guy. He's a natural healer. He believes in natural healing, like you do.
Right. Well, they got a lot of stuff out there.
He got something called Banju. It's cell food. CELL, cell food.
Yeah.
Brain health.
Oh my God, literally.
Digestive health, feminine health, heart health, everything natural. Immunity. They say if you take the performance boost, he go through everything. So if your Yankee don't get there, you can take this root and it'll get there. It'll be there, strong, long. But what was I gonna say? So you one of the people that are not going to take the shot.
Well, as it stands right now, I'm not taking the shot.
Okay, if it got to a point where you started feeling, say you lost your taste and your smell, would you ride it out or just go ahead on and take the shot?
Well, I mean, a lot of people that lost their taste and smell got better.
Mm-hmm. My son was one of them. He lost his taste.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, that's cool. So would you say that this now Trump said that, you know, it's this will go away, you drink some detergent, some all the different stuff he said, okay? But
you don't believe nothing. Anything Trump said, you know, you really ain't got to ask me because I don't believe anything he said.
Nobody does. Okay? But what I'm asking you is that do you believe that this will go away? Or is it here to stay in some form or another?
Well, I think that it's here to stay in some form or another. Just like all the rest of the COVIDs.
Yeah, and see, I'm glad you said that, okay? Because people act like this is new. They act like this is new. It say 19 because it happened in 2019, y'all. But COVID has been around forever. It's been around forever. And people
If any of y'all got a Lysol can that's over 10 years old, it says help protect against coronavirus.
Yeah.
All right, they say that. They've been saying that for years and years and years and
And
years and
years.
years.
Now you're gonna have everybody going to going to look at the Lysol that they can't get no more. But
Well, I mean, I'm just saying it was there. They just actually probably just removed it since this COVID started.
see what you bring up is a huge point, okay? Because you're giving I'll say you playing the devil's advocate and saying that, hey man, look, don't believe all of the hype that y'all hearing, okay? Because some of this stuff has been here. Some of this stuff, it ain't true. They didn't tell y'all ain't nobody died from it. Not true. You know, stuff like that, and which I think people need to know. When I got on here, I asked the questions. What? How do we get back to normal? What are we doing right now? You know, I just asked the questions, but the thing is, it's up to each and every individual how you ride this out. Okay. Again,
Right.
if you haven't made your normal through this whole year and a half, and you just go all of a sudden now start making decisions and choices, something wrong with you.
So tell me this. Check this out.
Hmm?
Do you think that we have made it through the worst part of this, or
I do not.
huh?
I do not.
But the deaths and sickness is not as extreme as it was between March and say June. Say June.
Right. But see the mentality. The mentality. See, you don't have that mentality. I don't have that mentality. But the mentality of a lot of people is this: oh, we got the vaccination, and they said that the world get ready to open up. So I'm going on out there. Then you got this one motherfucker. He cough on you.
I was
You
about
in,
to great say that. Yeah.
you in the hospital with all hooked up to everything now. You in the hospital because this one dude, and you had COVID before, but you beat it. Now this dude done coughed on you because you said, I already had it, so I can't get it again. All right. No,
Mhm.
it ain't over yet. It's probably gonna get worse by summer.
So how comfortable are the people? So do you think that the people are going to be? Do you think that their comfortability level will be to the point of where they don't care if people sneeze on them?
Yeah.
They took the vaccine.
Yeah. I think they're gonna be like, excuse yo, Gesundheit, you okay?
Nah, they ain't gonna never get back to that again.
Not around my house.
You don't think that the people that are taking the vaccines comfortability not going to be? I mean, say it's a whole room. Say it's a job out there that made sure that everybody at their place got the vaccine. Okay, and then somebody at the place sneezed or coughed.
Mm-hmm.
You
You know
think
what's
they
gonna
like?
happen?
You
You
think
know
they
what's gonna
all?
happen? You know
You
what's
think
gonna happen?
you wait a minute, hold up. You think they all gonna be like, well, everybody in here for sure. It's factual that everybody has taken the vaccine, so we're cool. You can
You know
cough
what's
all
gonna
you
happen? You know what's gonna happen? The
What's
person
that?
DJing, the needle gonna go across the record. It's gonna stop, and all the people gonna look at him and go back like this.
Who coughed?
Spotlight
Go
gonna
check
slide.
your
I
records.
mean,
Everybody need to
but
take a COVID test again right now, and then
Spotlight gonna slide on that one dude.
the whole office is contaminated. But
That's
yeah,
the whole thing about that is you'll never hear about it unless they get on live right then and there.
yeah. Well, I
they're
mean,
gonna be like this. They're gonna be like this. They're gonna be like, this dude just sneezed. That dude right there.
Yeah.
That one right
no, everybody gonna look at him like they do now. That ain't gonna change. I mean, you gotta remember, man, the habits you pick up for a whole year, it's pretty much habits you gonna almost keep.
That's crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I sneezed in my mask, Chris, at Walgreens. I had to say, I don't even know why I
How
said
many
it.
people look at you?
Everybody, I had to say, excuse me. I don't have COVID though.
You know, I got a post-nasal drip that I done had all my life, right? And when I eat, after I finish eating, I cough. Every time I eat, period. I only cough a little bit, but I cough every time after I finish eating and stuff. Clear my throat and shit like that, and then I go spit. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
going to dinner with you.
You know I'm a spitter. You know I'm a spitter like your daddy.
Yeah, man, y'all nasty.
You know what I'm saying? And after I do that, I'm fine. Don't cough no more. Period. But I cough, clear my throat, and I spit, and I'm cool. I'm just saying I don't be around a lot of people and stuff, but I'm sure people see me.
They do. You know, at some point you get immune to all that. Like me, again, I don't care what people say about me. I don't care. Just as long as you don't put your hands on me now, as long as you don't sneeze on me, I'm cool. But I don't care what man, look, I didn't live too long. You didn't live too long, Chris didn't live too long. Don't really worry about what people say about us now.
And I'm actually I'm actually at the verge of quit smoking.
He gonna say he quit smoking and put one right to the lips.
I'm at the verge of quit smoking. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to just stop. I'm just gonna stop cold turkey, straight up on everything.
Hey Chris, I'm about to stop having sex.
Nah.
Get off of me, girl. Hold on.
You'll see. Y'all see how much I smoke during the show and shit. You'll see I won't probably hide nothing in my motherfucking mouth.
Shit, that's how I was with drinking. I just stopped drinking cold turkey.
I mean, shit, I done stopped a couple times. You know what I'm saying? And you know, my mentality is, you know, as long as when I get ready to stop, I'm just gonna stop. It ain't gonna be because of nothing. I'm just gonna stop. I'll probably have a half a pack of cigarettes left, which I intend to do, and I'm just gonna stop.
And that's
Period. I mean, I've been every day. It's on my mind, so it's gonna be real soon because I don't even smoke whole cigarettes a lot all the time no more.
And that's where I was with gambling, man. I used to do it every doggone day. You know, you remember, Mark.
I used to be there too. Shit, we talking about. If you was there, I probably wasn't there. But after you left, I was there.
Oh yeah, hey man, you remember the name that night they called my name and I had to get the 1,000 of them. Out of all of them thousands of people that come on that boat, man, they said I had just got there too. They said Greg Gray, and I was like, what? I went up there, got my back. I was like, what? And that was when they, Chris. That was when they were going out onto the lake. I had just
that was in the beginning stages.
Yeah, I had just got on the boat. I was trying to rush to get on there. I had just got there. They was getting ready to pull off. They said, come on. I got on there, man. My brother was already on there. Uji was already on there. And so I found him, hollered at him for a minute because he's on the tables. And then I went and played blackjack. Didn't have them on money. All of a sudden, I'm like, dang, I got to sit on this thing this hour while they go out.
Wait for the dock.
Yeah. They called my name. I'm like, what? All right. I just got that, buddy. I think I gave you 100, didn't I?
No, you didn't give me anything.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
No,
No, you didn't give me nothing.
I remember.
You know, I was going up there spending between $3,000 and $10,000 a day.
But I gave you 100. I said, run this up.
Oh, you probably did. You probably did because I was good at blackjack.
Yeah, you was. I said, run this up. Didn't run it up that day though, but I said, you know, didn't happen that. I think I walked off of there with about 7 though. I still kept 7 of it.
You know, I ain't saying something, but the whole thing about it is this: the more comfortable you get, the more at risk you are.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, I'm gonna say that I'm actually.
It's a little bit.
Go ahead.
It's a little bit more than that though. So the way they get you is they let the beginners win, so they think it's a normal thing, and they continue to come back and spend more money. Like I used to always tell people, whatever you do in 45 minutes, win or lose, get up.
I know you told me that
whatever you do
5 or 6 times.
If they get you that past 45 minutes, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna get you.
You know, I used to sit on the boat and just use my comp sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I used to just sit on the boat and just use my comps, go to different restaurants and stuff. And this is like all the boats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I go to all of the casinos and stuff, and I chill. I mean, I'm a compulsive gambler still to the day. All right. You know, I filed taxes a couple years off of that real life. I spent that much money. You know what I'm saying? After I was
Shit,
there every day.
I lost my very first check on the boat. Ain't never did it again, bro.
Look, I'll be on the street. I'll be on the street for a couple hours, been and put 10,000 in my pocket, went and probably jacked off 7, or went maybe 1 or extra 10, and I'm back on the streets and put that up, and then the next 10, I'm back at the boat trying to spend 3 again. Every day.
Yep.
Every day. 2-3 times a day. When I used to pull up sometimes in my 64 Impala, they park it for me. They knew I was coming. They was like, we got your park here ready for you and everything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, every day, period. I was in there.
It's addictive, man.
But I was talking about actually the COVID. I said the more comfortable you get, the worse off you are. You know what I'm saying? I was actually talking about COVID because, you know, to me, like I said, between March and June, people was falling off like flies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People was neglected. People didn't want to use their mask. They didn't believe that COVID was here, was going down.
Right.
This disease was put out here. Okay, and all through, I'll say almost all the way through to like October, November, dropping like flies. You know what I'm saying? Dropping like flies, and then people started getting conscious, and that ain't been long. It only been a couple months, really. Only been a couple months that everybody actually was trying to wear their mask and stuff like that, and that's when the numbers start reducing.
Exactly. Right? So, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? Now, people are now relaxing again because
they now are about to relax again, and here go my thing too. Here go another thing. If you do your research on the Spanish flu back in the day, the Spanish COVID back in the day, COVID number 1. if you do your research on that, millions failed. All right. Yep. We ain't reached the quota yet. So please believe, I feel like they need that quota met.
I done told you it's gonna happen.
I feel like they need that quota met. And yeah, they're gonna be like, well, hey, be free. We got another 500,000. We didn't met 1 million, but we need at least another 750,000 before we let loose of this shit.
To break the record.
Right. You feel me?
Yeah.
You know that what's his name? Bill Gates. He got a cloud he want to put in the sky to block the sun. It won't block the sun completely, but it's going to shade a lot of the earth from the sun. And this was supposed to help global warming, but I don't understand that. And
it's not because what is it going to do? People forget how much sun we need to survive,
right?
Especially black people,
right? Especially black people. There you go. That point right there. All right, that point right there. So what you think? That's what I'm saying. So have any of you two heard about that?
No, I haven't. I heard the stuff that he's trying to do. I think it is with the cloud. Now that I think about it.
Yeah, you could Google it. It's there.
I think it is the cloud situation.
That most definitely will come up. He spent billions on it already. He already got it. He did a test. He did a test already. But
you remember the NASA situation on how they make it rain and stuff like that. You seen that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much almost the same thing. Yep.
Yeah, but the government, the world hasn't cleared that yet for him, but he has done a test, and it is supposed to work.
That's crazy.
And see, as much as I've talked about what's going to happen or what we should do in this matter, okay, people need to know the facts. They need to know the conspiracy theories. They need to know all of that in order to get a concerted knowledge of what's getting ready to go down.
You know what? I was looking for that scientist in my my Google, my YouTube, and my Instagram, and they took him off. They took him off because I showed about to send it to you. They took him off, and he even went down to telling people that, you know, and he's a scientist. He went down to say, hey, they do have these diamond head computers now that fit through a needle that they're able to inject into you. All right, and anything of foreign substance into a body gives a reaction. You know what I'm saying? Because our body is only used to natural type things. If you was to swallow a penny, you have a bad reaction if that penny don't pass through you. But he's talking about shooting this under your skin where it's not going to be passable.
I think I got about $1.40 in me, man. Remember a long time ago how we used to say, I think I got about $1.40 in me, man.
Marbles and everything.
Man, come on, dude. I got an Indian head in me, all of that stuff, man.
But what I'm saying is this: they do have the diamond head computers now, where they can shoot it through a needle. All right, into your not bloodstream, but into your system. All right, and that will, you know, like I say, anything of a foreign substance you're gonna have some type of fucked up reaction because it don't belong in your body.
So we're gonna start looking at people who got regular colds. We're gonna be looking at them like, man, I'm glad I knew you, bro. I'm glad I knew you, man. Cause you about to die. You know? I mean, it's back in the day it was so simple, man. But now, hey, again, and I'm gonna say this for the third time. This COVID been around for a year and a half. Well, no, long time.
I mean, and you know what happened, man? You know, all the diseases start happening once we stop eating dirt, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Once we stop eating dirt,
it was over.
And stop going outside. Once we stop eating dirt and stop going outside, you know, when we were little, we were made to go outside. We was kids. Go outside and play. Take your ass outside. Get out of my face. No, you can't come back in the house yet. Go outside. Stay outside. And we absorb so much vitamin D.
And that wasn't because mom and dad was doing it.
Right. It wasn't. But we absorb so much vitamin D. We got so dirty. We have just so many germs to the point of where, you know what I'm saying, that shit bothers us.
I ain't gonna even lie. That's what I thought with vitamin D good for. That y'all was doing it. Y'all nasty.
What?
Yeah, that's why I was. Yeah.
We ain't ready, dude.
But
what's that? Lemon cookie? That's a lemon cookie?
You already know, bro.
hey, it was. Hey, I know I used to send the kids out talk about go take your ass outside and play. Give me that cookie one more time. Let me see. Right on. That is the right kind, huh?
What's the windmill up there, dude? He put the old school up there, dog.
Doggy. Yeah.
Yeah, how many of us on that though, man? I kicked my son out a couple of times, man, and locked the door.
Yeah, lock the door.
Shit, we couldn't wait to get outside.
I was saying, we couldn't wait just in case they want to peek in.
Yeah, I was doing his mom though. Yeah.
But
doing his mom.
I'm just saying, I'm basically gonna try to stick to what I'm doing. It's been doing good for me so far. I feel like I've been in the worst place in the world during that. You know what I'm saying? And survived.
So you can't, you know, you all good.
I mean, I'm just saying,
can't get no worse than what it was, right?
Huh?
Can't get no worse than what it was.
Well, that's what I mean. You know, they got the super corona out now. They got the Spider-Man, Superman, Batman corona.
Fuji, that's the other thing. Yeah, you getting the vaccination for coronavirus, okay? But they got that other stuff that's coming, that's out there now too.
That's coming just as fast as you getting the but now they saying, well, yeah, such and such is vaccination is helping for the new shit too.
Nah, you don't know that. They don't know that. So
that's what they're saying.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. By the way, I'm probably gonna be down there Saturday.
All right.
that way because well, I'll tell you about it some other time. But I'll be down there more than
That's
likely.
cool.
I ain't gonna be down there for the taping, and then just come by, say hi, and roll out.
Oh, okay. That's
But
cool.
yeah, man. Like I said today, what she say?
She in the whole room.
Oh, Patty.
She can't hear you.
Does she know that there's a song? Her name is in Alexander O'Neal's song.
Yeah, she might.
Patty. Dude looks like Kid and Play over here. But yeah, man. Again, people gonna have to understand that we here on Dope Living TV Live, we are not telling y'all what to do. We're not telling y'all how to do it. We ain't telling you what you should or shouldn't do. We're not telling you you're wrong. We just saying our opinion. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living or its affiliates. We just out here telling our truth. So you can take it or you can leave it. You can go get the Johnson & Johnson. You can go get the other one. But at the end of the day, God didn't make it for that. God made us have the body, have the wherewithal to ward off any of this stuff. Okay?
I'm just saying, and a lot of people they Google and then they stop. You know what I'm saying? You Google stuff like I did the first day and say, well, how many people that taking that vaccine has had problems since then? And nothing come up. It'd be like, well, none. You know what I'm saying? But that's not the truth.
Right.
It's not the truth. Ask your Alexa who is Jesus.
Hey Alexa. Oh no, I got Siri. My bad.
Ask Siri, see what she say.
Hold on, we're gonna hear it. Hey Siri, who is Jesus?
Jesus also referred to as Jesus of Nazareth or Jesus Christ, the first century Jewish people and religious leader.
Wait a minute. Did you hear that? Okay, hey Siri. Hey Siri. Not you. Hey Siri.
Okay. Jesus.
What do you say? I feel so freaky tonight. Is that what they say? What does Siri say?
Hold on, here we go. Let me get I'm not gonna put it out here. Hey dude. Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Who is Jesus?
This is Fire and Rain by the Isley Brothers.
I didn't ask you that. Hey Siri, who is Jesus? Who is Jesus?
Also referred to as Jesus of Nazareth or Jesus Christ, was a first century Jewish preacher and religious leader. Should I keep going?
Yes.
He is the central figure of Christianity, the world's largest religion. Most Christians believe he is the incarnation of God the Son and the awaited Messiah prophesied in the Old Testament. Sunny day!
At least you know what? At least they give the answer now. Before I went to jail, which was 3-4 years ago, I asked Alexis. I said, Alexis, who is Jesus? And Alexis said, I cannot answer that question.
Wow. Well, mine got a lot to say.
Yeah, yours got a lot to say. Most definitely. Most definitely got a lot to say. And that's at least they saying something.
Yeah. But hey, again, maybe Siri know that people need Jesus right about now, okay?
Ask Siri if any has there been any deaths of people who have taken the vaccine?
Let's see. Hey Siri. How many people have from the vaccine?
Here's an answer from wikipedia.org in demographics. The world population.
Wait a minute.
Don't ask how many people died from the vaccine. How many people how do you phrase it? How many people
Hey Siri
have had problems since the
how many
vaccine?
people have the COVID-19 vaccine and died?
I found some web results. I'll send them to Greg's iPhone. I couldn't find Greg's iPhone, but you can ask me again from there.
I don't want to ask you from Hey Siri. Hey Siri, how many people have died from taking the COVID-19 vaccination?
Here's what I found.
Selected adverse events reported after COVID-19. Fast check. No links found between vaccination and deaths. No COVID-19 vaccine safety surprises. Some people have died. COVID-19 vaccination, not because of the vaccination. Let's see. Hold on. I'm Siri.
I
Hey,
found some web results. I'll send them to Greg.
hey Siri.
I couldn't.
Shut the hell up. So yeah, there was one thing that said something, but Siri took it away now because I told her shut the hell up.
Yeah, but when I googled it, it came up the same way. Google, hey Google, hey Google. Yeah,
Hey man, these are nice.
yeah, they cool.
This is and I don't normally advertise anybody else. This is but everything I got is Apple. This is the Apple HomePod. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
This sucker here, man. Of course, I got the Apple insignia. This sucker here. If I turn this joint up, this is a whole concert right here.
I heard that.
Hey Siri, play "Fat Name" by Ujimar.
I fed the children.
I didn't find Fast Lane by Audemars on Apple Music.
Because his name's not Audemars. I said Ujimar.
Right. All right. My name ain't Audemars.
Hey Siri, you play "Fast Lane" by Ujimar.
Now playing Fast Lane by Bilal.
I belong.
Yeah. Hey Siri, cut off.
You know this right here. This right here. It go hard too.
Oh, I already know about Bose. Yes, sir. Hey Siri.
It go hard.
My Siri hard.
Maybe you should say Ujimar.
Hey Siri. You play "Fast Lane" by Ujimar.
I didn't find Fast Lane by Ujimar on Apple.
I didn't say you too, Jamar. You know, I'm done.
Yeah, we done with her.
Done.
We done with her.
That's like my GPS, man. When I get on my phone, I'm like, take me to Compton. You don't take me to Compton.
Double check it.
Take me to Beverly Hills. I don't want to go to Beverly Hills. Anyway, hey everybody, thank you guys for tuning in to DopelivenTV Live. We talked about COVID. Hey Patty, we talked about COVID. We wanted to try to give all sides of it, and I think that we did that accurately. Yes, people are taking the COVID vaccine. Yes, some people aren't. How are you getting to your normal? Are you listening to every single thing that you are hearing? Are you weighing your options? You know, we are not here to tell you what to do. All we can do is inform you of what we know factually and pass the knowledge along. You do whatever the hell you want to do. And, you know, we're going to do what we're going to do. And we see you at the crossroads.
Yeah, actually, I'm back to doing my leather crafts and everything. I've ordered me a leather craft kit, all kind of stuff. You know, I'm doing stuff that's gonna make me happy at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I am satisfied with life right now. I'm happy actually with life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need anything. I'm gonna give me a backdrop. I'm gonna order me a backdrop after I get my new crib with my logo, with my symbol on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My joint on it. Oh yeah, boom.
Yeah.
You feel me? I'm gonna get my background done, and I'm just gonna chill.
All you got to do, is just to get a green screen. If I was to cut that off right now, hold on, I'm gonna show everybody right now.
I'm getting the green. I'm getting the green room. I'm gonna do a whole room green.
If I cut this off, it's just green, y'all.
Green, right?
It's green. I can put the bricks up here,
right?
I can put my crib up here. You know what I'm saying?
That's your crib, Greg.
Hey, look, my guy. Before we get off, my guy at work, he was ordering vaccines on off the computer, right? And it said $39 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And he ordered it like, yeah, I'm gonna get this $39 a month. In fine print, it say $479. He had $300 on his card, and he was like, man, I'm glad I didn't have that $479 because they would have took my money all at once. They said that it comes up to 30, and they got a whole bunch of good, beautiful scenes. Outside scenes, animals, whatever, this, that, and the other. You can put on your back, you can put on your green screen.
Mm-hmm. But man,
And,
all you got to do is just go and take pictures. Like I took a picture here. Seriously, I took a picture.
I believe.
Look, and then I said, okay, great Black History music, living your best life. You just put it up there, and you just make sure you got enough light for your green screen, and do that. I'm getting ready to start walking around the crib and just doing the whole show, just whatever, man. I got on a shirt here. I got on gym shorts, man.
Oh yeah, I believe.
I can do that.
I believe. I be here with my wife. I be just having on a shirt on. Period. I be naked. Nope.
On that note, it is 8:59. It is time for us to roll.
Roll out. Right on. Love you.
I will text there. I will put a post out for what we're gonna talk about tomorrow. I'm not sure, but it's gonna be something. Understand, okay? And Uji, when he get on at 8 o'clock, 7:30.
I gotta get my computer right. I gotta upgrade. I gotta do a new Windows or something on my computer, bro. It'd be taking a minute.
I don't be rushing you. Like I said, I can handle. I do an hour by myself. Y'all come on as long as y'all.
I got on earlier than 8 o'clock today, though. So there.
I got it marked. I got it marked right here. 8 o'clock, bro.
When did I start trying to get on?
7:40.
Okay, it was close to 7:30. So
it's all good.
I turned the computer on, and it took 10 minutes for my computer to come on. I mean, I guess my screen and stuff. I just got to upgrade. I've been gone.
You know what you got to do?
What?
And I found this out the hard way. My computer was going so slow. Not this laptop, but my other laptop was going so slow, man. I hadn't done an update since
that's what I'm saying.
2014. Okay, so
that's probably like this one.
It took a day and a half for everything to clear.
That's probably what this one needs. You know what I'm saying? I gotta do something. And like I said, the Windows I got on here is slow, so it's old too. So I need to go ahead and buy the program and all this, that, and other. But it's hard for me to move around. I don't want to buy it off of the internet. You know what I'm saying? I want to actually get the disc.
The other thing you got to do is this is a terabyte. Okay, get you a terabyte drive. Download, put everything on there. You ain't got to have no rhyme or reason. Just drag everything to the drive, and then start clearing stuff up. It'll make it start go fast. Just bring it. But all of your updates, you have to do all of your updates though.
Right.
You got to do all the updates. So if you ain't updated since 2014, like I did, you're gonna be there for a couple of days.
All right. Well, it is what it is, bro. I get it tomorrow.
Once it's done, you spinning, bro.
Okay.
For sure. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. All right. That's my brother Uji. Chris Mills was on here a minute ago. All right. We are out. We'll see you tomorrow on DopelivenTV. Bye, Patty.
Bye, bro.
Yeah, man. Oh, wait a minute. Before we go.
Scripture time. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Hebrews 11:1. You know what that means? That means even if you can't see something happening, you trust the process and you trust God. Now that's faith. Yeah, girl, faith is an extra push that says, I don't think I can. I know I can. Give it to him, honey. I know I can. I know I can. I know I can. Ooh. Advice. Take it twice.
I hope these little girls don't be no prostitutes when they grow up.
Listen.
Oh my God.
You know, that's the type of shit that happen. Their parents take some pretty shit when they little, and then when they older, they on the news. And remember the little girls that did this, that, and the other? Yeah.
Bro, no, hey, Patty, you laughing, but that's the same thing. I'm like, man, these little girls, they gonna get
extra. That was real extra.
They gonna get taken. They gonna get taken when they older, man. So,
oh my God, y'all, come on.
All right, man. I'm running to the bar, man.
22, 23 years old, man. They're gonna be out there doing all that stuff, man. I'm like, what up?
You're beautiful. You're smart. You're loved. This week we're great. You got this. You're a badass. You can do this.
That one got hope. All right, this is DopelivenTV Live, y'all. We gone.
All right.